beautiful, beautiful. We heard the Sunrise Serenade, now we've heard the Moonlight Serenade. Wow, the clarinet is such a sweet sounding instrument. It reminds me so much of the flute in a weird kind of way. It's absolutely beautiful. When the clarinet kicked in, I think it was a clarinet, and that came in, wow, it just was a heart melting moment for me. It's just so beautiful. It made it sound so much better. Beautifully played. I'm assuming Glenn Miller was there on the clarinet, but I could be wrong. We don't have any names here as such. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful all the way. There were many old Hollywood movies which I watched as a child and even while growing up, which would come on TV mostly at home on Saturdays, on Sundays sometimes. Late in the evening they would have an English movie, and usually these old movies, in fact in the 90s, late 80s and early 90s, there was also a special channel in most of India called TNT Movie Channel. On this TNT Movie Channel, I don't know what is the full form of it, but there were only old Hollywood movies playing on it, 24/7. So that was a unique channel in those days. I don't know if it was 24/7 actually, but most of the day, this TNT Movie Channel used to have all these old movies, and in these old movies, it was very common to have a ball or a dinner party, and where you would have people dancing. Even when the party was on, when people were interacting and all, you would have an orchestra playing live in the background on the stage in a corner maybe. It was beautiful, beautiful movies those days. So this TNT would specialize in showing those movies in India. They lasted for a long time, I think 7-8 years, till maybe the mid-90s. After that, they just withered away, that beautiful movie channel. I love that channel, whenever I go to get an opportunity. For some reason, as a youngster and as a teenager, I loved watching those movies many times. It was something new to me. I had never watched those kind of movies in my life. So watching them on a daily basis, such movies with such good music, and I'm sure Glenn Miller and his orchestra and many other artists of that era were commonly featured in those movies. I'm not sure about the names of the movies. I don't remember actually most of those movie names because I would just love watching them. It didn't really matter what it was about. I felt good watching those kind of movies. So this music would be tailor-made for those kind of movies, and I'm sure it must have been featured in many movies of those days, Glenn Miller's and his orchestra's music.
This sounded great. This is amazing, yeah. And it got better and better. When it started, it was okay, and I said, okay, this is the Moonlight Serenade. But it gets better as it goes on. And if in today's time, if you have to make something sound better and more melodious, or something that is more pleasant and something that isn't already, evening traffic is awful. And any traffic signal you can take around the world, I think most parts and most cities, known cities of the world, you will connect with is that the evening traffic is awful. So you can take a couple of or a few traffic signals, put a video, compile them all together and play music like this. It could make even that traffic, every and then
Talking about this, recently we watched a movie called Gran Turismo. Yeah, and there's this young guy from Europe who literally likes to listen to Kenny G and Enya while he's driving or while he's whether it's simulation games, which his whole life he spent, his whole childhood and life spent on a simulation game called Gran Turismo. And then even as a real race car driver, he used to listen to music like that. That would relax him between races, and whenever he was relaxing, unwinding, or not working or not studying. So this is so your traffic thing, busy city traffic on a working day, working evening, this music would be apt. And also Gran Turismo, I'm sure the guy who's the main Gran Turismo guy, the actor in that movie, right. I mean the real guy who's based on, he would also have loved music like this of Glenn Miller.
It was very awkward choice for them to have chosen Kenny G and not Kenny Loggins. I kept saying, why not Kenny Loggins?
Since it's a racing movie, Kenny Loggins would certainly have been better. Many, many songs of Kenny Loggins, at least 10 of them that I remember,
it was an odd combination.
Wonderful for that movie. But they chose Kenny G. Anyways, it's his personal choice. It's like a biography of sorts of this guy, young guy. Yeah. So yeah, it is. You can't just If he like Kenny G, he like Kenny G.
His name is Yan. Yan. The character's name is Yan.
Okay.
Yan. Jenn. Yan.